Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel, and if this is your first time here, welcome. So what I'm currently about to do is a version relaxer on my client. I am preparing to do that. I do use the Affirm relaxer system. I really love the Affirm, and most of the reasons why I love it is because I love the finished result. It does give a nice beautiful ending result. The hair feels and looks healthy after the service is done, and most of all, I never receive a client in my chair saying their hair burning, itching, or anything, or damaging their scalp at all from utilizing this brand. So I do really love it. So before I get into the video, let's get into the intro. Roll it. Alright you guys, so what I'm currently doing, like I said, was a virgin relaxer. So I'm dividing the hair into two sections. By dividing the hair, it gives you the opportunity to have more control in it, make it easier for you to apply the relaxer to the head. Now when you think about how many sections when it comes to dividing the hair, you want to think about the density of the hair, which is the amount of hair that is on the head. So of course, if you have someone with a large amount of head, you want to divide it into 4 sections, or maybe even 6, depending on the size and the fullness of the hair. But if you have someone with a smaller amount of hair or fine hair, then you have the ability to divide it into 2, which is a left and a right side. Okay, so with the relaxer, I apply it to the back of the hair and I work my way all the way up to the front. Now the hairline is the most sensitive part on the head, so I leave that last. And when I say last, very last, once I am working the relaxer in completely. So you want to make sure you do leave about 1 inch from the scalp. As you can see, I'm applying the relaxer 1 inch away from the scalp all the way to the ends of the hair, and I do that on the front of the hair and on the back of the hair. So that's what you will see me do all through this section of my client's head. Alright you guys, so I want to answer some of the common questions I get when people come to get their hair relaxed, and also some of the questions that I see down below that is more popular. And the number one question I always get is, how often should you get a retouch? And I always tell my clients the earliest that you should come is 3 months. And the reason why I say 3 months is because it needs to be a visible line of demarcation. And what a line of demarcation means is the difference between your new growth and the hair that has already been relaxed previously before you got your hair done. That line needs to be seen and visible. So if you want to push it past the 3 months, definitely you can. I do know some women that get their hair relaxed twice a year. I know some that get it relaxed once a year, and then I know some ladies that get it relaxed every 3 months. Now this depends on you and the way you treat your hair as an everyday practice. So I always tell my clients, make sure you are protecting your hair and you are keeping your hair strong. One of the things that is very common when it comes to relaxed hair is if you are not consistently putting strength back into the hair, it can get very weak and very brittle and very dry and very damaging. So I always refer to my clients and let them know to use strengthening shampoo and conditioner, and I will put the strengthening shampoo and conditioner that I use at the salon in the description down below for you guys to purchase it if you like. But make sure you always deep condition your hair. And by doing that, that is placing a plastic cap on top of your head and sitting under the dryer between 15 to 20 minutes. Please do not leave conditioner on the head and just walk around the house for 30, 45 minutes, anything of that sort. No, you don't want to do that. You want the actual conditioner to penetrate into the hair. And what you will need to do with that is open up the cuticles of the hair. And how you open up the cuticle is by the actual heat from the dryer. So that's important to do. And make sure you are caring and protecting your ends. Make sure you get your ends trimmed when it is needed and necessary, because it will become more damaging by holding on to dead ends. All right, so you see me on the other side of the head. I will be doing the same method in the same way. I will be working from the bottom, working my way up. You want to make sure you work quickly and very fast when you are applying a relaxer, because you don't want to leave it on the hair and the scalp for too long, because it's not necessary. What we are doing is relaxing the curls. We are not using the chemical to have the hair bone straight. Absolutely not. You have the ability to straighten your hair with a straightener if that's what you want, but not with a chemical. That is not our goal. All right, so the second most popular question that I get when it comes to the comments and sometimes in the salon, but mostly under the comments, is why are people going back to relaxers? And to be honest, I with that question, I can't give you a concrete answer, because people have their own reasons of why they want to do anything with their hair. So some people go back to relaxers because it's easier to manage. Some people go back to relaxers because they never had an issue with relaxing their hair. It never stunted their hair growth. It never was a problem on their head. They never lost hair or anything like that. So they choose to go back to a relaxer. And some people, like me, I like being natural and I also enjoy being relaxed. So I went back to relaxers because I enjoy being relaxed just as much as I enjoy being natural, because I enjoy doing black hair in all forms. As long as it's healthy, I enjoy doing it. So I definitely understand if you are that type of person similar to me, that you will cut your hair all off and go back to being natural, or you will decide one day you want to perm your natural hair and go on a journey of being relaxed. So it's many reasons why people choose to be relaxed, but the most common reasons that I have heard from my clients is that it was easier to manage, and that's what they chose to do. Okay, you guys, so now that you have seen me apply the relaxer on the mid shaft and the ends of the hair, you will see me now go through the rest of the head and apply the relaxer close to the base of the hair. So that's what you see me doing right here. Now, like I said, you want to work quick, you want to work fast, you don't want to be on the hair all day, because you want to get the actual chemical on the head and off the head very quickly. So you want to be generous with the amount and make sure you just work it through. All right, so let's get to another popular question. What would you not do when it comes to a relaxer? So it's several things I wouldn't do. So the first thing is, I would not do my own relaxer or do a relaxer at home. I wouldn't do that. I will invest in going to a professional. I definitely recommend you guys to go to a professional. And if you are someone that can't find a professional or is absolutely no professionals around you, then my recommendation to you is please don't do a relaxer. Just stay on the natural hair journey. But of course, it's your hair, and as I always say, you can do what you choose to do with your hair. Also, when you go to this professional, research the professional, sit down and have a consultation with your professional. I believe most consultations are $25, and in that time, you can ask about what brand do they use when it comes to the relaxer system. How should you care for your hair moving forward? You definitely want to ask every single question you need answered before you relax your hair, because once you relax your hair, it's no turning back. So definitely book that consultation before you book the relaxer service, because you want to be fully educated and fully aware if this is something you want to do or if this is the person you want to do it for you. All right, so with that question, I got so much to say. So I'm still going to piggyback off of the question I just left off of. And the second thing I wouldn't do is applying the relaxer. I would never use a comb to comb through the head with the relaxer on your hair. With the cream on the head, you don't want to use the comb to comb it through. I have seen people do that and I cringe, I cringe, I cringe. That is not the way you do. As you guys see, I am using a actual paintbrush. This is the same brush that people use when they are doing color. You can also use that same brush when you are applying the relaxer. So I used those brushes, and you want to use the back end of the rat tail comb to apply the pressure. I always use a wooden rat tail comb. I am a fan of wooden combs. They are more gentle to our hair. They are more gentle to our scalp. I love wooden combs. I definitely keep them in the salon. So use a wooden comb, and you want to use the back end of the comb, not the part that you comb your head with. No, that is too harsh to the scalp. All right. So one of the last things that I think is very important is something that I wouldn't do when it comes to relaxing my hair is applying unnecessary heat. And what that means is you don't have to utilize your flat irons every single time to get a nice silky look when it comes to your hair. I am relaxed myself. I only straighten my hair twice a month. Really think about that, twice a month. So what I do is when I straighten my hair, I wrap my hair at night, I place it in a silk scarf, and I go to sleep. I also double up by doing a silk scarf and then also applying my silk bonnet on top of my scarf just for safety because I sleep well. But anywho, and then you just unwrap your hair at night. And I said at night, I'm sorry, unwrap your hair in the daytime. And that is that you don't need to flatten your hair 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times a month. Oh my God, that is way too much. Twice a month should be fine. All right, so what you see me doing at this moment is just working the relaxer through from the base of the hair all the way to the ends. I utilize a rat tail comb to be able to do that. Once again, I always use the back end of the combs. You want to stay away from the part of the comb that has the teeth. No, absolutely not. Also, I always use a wooden comb once again for the care and the safety of the hair. I believe wooden combs are much, much better. So any excess relaxer or that spills over, I remove it off the head. I said, I'm sorry, head, remove it off the hair, and I place it in the bowl and just get rid of that. And then you will see me go to the shampoo bowl and start washing it out. All right, so another popular question is, do I just use any type of shampoo to wash out the relaxer? And the answer to that is no. You want to utilize a neutralized shampoo. And also, you want to utilize the same shampoo, the same neutralizing shampoo that you would use for the same brand of relaxer. So, I use the Affirm relaxer. So, I use the Affirm neutralizing shampoo. Back in the day, when I first started doing hair, I just thought neutralizing shampoo, why does it matter? A neutralizing shampoo is a neutralizing shampoo is a neutralizing shampoo. And as I mature in this industry and as I get years under my belt of doing hair, I do believe branding and pairing the same brand together on everything matters to get the maximum full benefit of what you are looking for. So do not just use any type of neutralizing shampoo. Partner with the same shampoo that you utilize for the relaxer. So I do believe keep brand simple and stick to the same brand. Do not change up. All right, so what I'm currently doing right now is just styling the hair and simply just bumping it. I do make sure that I use the curlers and I keep them on low heat, very low heat, because, like I said, the relaxer itself is already done, so you don't need very high heat. That's more for if you're doing like a silk press on natural hair, but when I am doing it on relaxed hair, I keep the heat very low and just one pass and bump the hair and style it. It looks right now, as you can see, the shine of the hair, the health of the hair, and everything of that sort. You want to make sure you always still keep the integrity of the hair, even though you relaxed it. You don't want to, once again, like I said, leave the relaxer on too long. You don't want to comb it through. You don't want to damage the hair at all. I always follow through with using the Olaplex because the Olaplex builds back the bonds, because with the relaxer it does attack the bonds of the hair. So you want to make sure you utilize the Olaplex system, and I usually use 1, 2, 4, and 5, I believe. So yeah. Okay, so another popular question is, should I apply a relaxer to my child's hair? And the answer is no, absolutely not. At my salon, I don't even accept clients under 16, and that's because I believe as a professional, maturity should play a factor when it comes to decisions and styles of the head. So when the type of styles I do, I believe you should be 16 and older to get, and relaxers is definitely one of those. Not only do you want to be mentally mature, you want your scalp to be mature, you want your hair to be mature. You want to make sure everything is right before you do something like this. So I don't suggest it for anyone under 16. All right, so we are coming to the end of this video, and I noticed that I didn't record the ending of this video to see the finished look. But if I can find the finished look on my Instagram, then I will post it in here for you guys to see the finished look. I hope you gather some information from this video. Thank you guys so much for the like, the love, all the comments, and also very much for subscribing to my channel. Oh, and also thank you for all the ladies that have booked, and I was had the privilege of meeting you guys. So thank you so much for also booking as well. Remember to always drink your water for healthy hair, skin, and nails. And I will see you guys next time on the next video. Bye bye.